Welcome back to the channel. Now, I am caught up. I have gotten dressed. I got my hair put together. We are here to talk about the King's Court. Okay? The shenanigans, the crash outs. Oh, I'm just going to self eliminate. We're on episodes 1 and 2. Okay. Now, I took copious amounts of notes because the women will women, especially when it comes to wanting a man's attention, wanting to feel number one, wanting to feel like the priority. And some people were here just to get fame and build their careers. Okay. If you are new here, let me introduce myself. I am Denise Brady, affectionately known as Dr. Brady, DLC, not DR. Okay, DLC. And we recap reality shows from a therapist perspective. Okay. Raw, real. I don't write the fence over here. Okay. I give it to you straight up. Now, this time they decided to have some men. And as I was watching this, I'm like, out of all the men in the world, these black men, I'm like, okay, we're going to roll with it. Now, we are returned also with Rodney and Holly, who, how old is Holly? She don't look a day over maybe 40. Okay, and that little yellow number she had on at the beginning, I was like, are those cutouts? Girl, the body is bodying. Even though I know it's sheer. She looked good, y'all. She looked good. Okay. And her husband, Ronnie, to me, was fanning out over the men this season. Um, he's just having a good old time. He like, I'm getting paid to work with my wife. We getting this money together. And I love sports. Okay, so you see him fanning over the guys a little bit. Now let's get to these players. Men's. Okay. Carlos. Now to me, no, let's start with Tyson. We're gonna start with Tyson. Even though I feel like that's what everybody is doing is starting with Tyson. Okay, even on the show, it's all about Tyson. Now, the thing about these 3 men is that they are all very different. Different personalities, different backgrounds. I think they all three have different approaches to meeting these women and trying to find love. Tyson, to me, people are getting caught up in Tyson the celebrity. Everybody wants to have a date with Tyson. Tyson Beckford. I remember back in the day, Tyson was the one. Okay. But people fall for the image, the brand. But who is Tyson the person? And in these first 2 episodes, I'm like, does he even know who he is? Because I think he's a kid in a candy store and he is getting caught up in a lot of the attention the women are fawning after him. But I think the other 2 men see past the bullshit. And we know Tyson is, in my eyes, I feel like the men know Tyson is the one who's gonna get the attention, but we ain't playing all that. You Tyson Beckford, but we got careers too. We celebrities too. It's not about to be all about Tyson. I wonder. I saw some percolating things between the three of them. Like, yeah, they're not here for it to be the Tyson show. We all here, buddy. Okay, we all here. So I saw a little bit of that. I'm still trying to figure out if he is really here for love or if he's going to get caught up in just the game of the show, the playboy, him being the black Hugh Hefner. I just don't see love for him. Okay. Let's get to Carlos. Now, Carlos is a retired, I believe, basketball player. My husband said he used to have thick ass eyebrows. Okay. As soon as he walked in the room, he knew who he was. I did not. Now, he has 4 kids ranging in ages. And he's been married twice. Now, the first marriage is something that seemed like it happened right when he got fame and went to the NBA. So I kind of understand that one was just too early. He eventually divorced at 28. We're gonna get a little bit deeper into that. He seems to me the most grounded. Maybe he's turned a new leaf that based off the things he has experienced, done, his Playboy era might be gone. Out of all the men, I feel like it's most likely that Carlos and then Thaddeus will find a relationship. But mostly my mind is going towards Carlos is going to find somebody. Okay. What he do need to stop doing is dyeing his beard. Okay. But we see already there's a standout for him. Okay. Now, Thaddeus, I'm trying to figure out because he seems kind. He seems like a gentle giant. There are times though where I feel like he is placating and he comes off kind of like inauthentic. Like his words are saying something, but I don't know. There's something that's about him that's just like, is it real? When you take off the glasses, yeah, I really want to apologize for that. I really want to apologize for that. He did that, I think, twice in these first two episodes. And I'm just like, I'm still trying to figure you out. Okay, now we get to the ladies, and I want to go through, we're going to go through the first two episodes and talk about some of these ladies and some of their actions. Okay, now we went over Tyson. I think with Tyson, when you have an image that you've had your pretty much your whole life, he's 50 now, but you have to think at least, uh, I would say, I'm just gonna say his whole life, he has probably been the good looking one. Women have fawned after him. Women have come easy. So I don't know if you've had it easy your entire life, that now at 50, you want to put in the work to build when you've never had to put in the work. I just don't know. Carlos, like I said, he seems the most grounded. He's here for love, it seems like to me. Thaddeus, I'm still trying to figure out. Holly girl, what's your secret? What's your secret? Because damn. Her husband, of course. So let's look at the ladies because we got to get into some things. All right. Now, to me, I feel like there were a lot of racially ambiguous women. There were Black women, a lot, Spanish, Latino, racially ambiguous, and two white girls. Okay, two white girls. Okay. Now, let me know, do y'all think that there should have been more Black women? Do you feel like there was a good mix of Latino, Latina, racially ambiguous, and two white girls? Okay. Now, I want to first get to where the other white girl at. We're going to go through these ladies. Okay. Jenny. Jenny, from the beginning, I did not understand how she was here. Okay. And it's the fact that you start off on a lie. She reminds me of those women who say, I don't see color, I just see people. And it's like, girl, it's 2025. Oh, y'all not even seeing it. It's 2025. We live in a world where you have to see color. If you don't see it, see us. I don't think there's any escaping it. So her developing a relationship when you lied about dating Black men. Okay. That's a big lie. There's a lot of cultural differences. Thaddeus asking, how would your family feel bringing home a Black man? They just want me to be happy. That's a cookie cutter answer. Okay, it don't matter as long as their little Jenny is happy. Oh, it matter, girl. And her response to me came off kind of like they would not be down for it, but love is love. I don't see color. They don't see color either. Girl. Girl. To live in a world where you don't have to see color. Must be amazing. It must be amazing to wake up and not have to worry about if you're going to make it home at night. Okay. So we watched the men go on dates. I think all these first dates to me were the men trying to prove what you down for. I know you came here to be wine and dined. I know you came here to get bags, shopping, but what are you willing to do? Jump out a plane? Take you out your element, baby goats. And the third one was painting. Okay, all the men take the ladies on these dates to me that are going to show, are you willing to get out of your comfort zone? Now, having them girls jump out of plane, and we only been here probably less than a week, too much. That was too much for me. Okay, now they jump off the plane, and they feel like since we jumped out of plane with you, we're bonded, right? We're going to get into this one. Okay, we're going to get into Lexi. But we're bonded, right? I risked my life for you. So we bonded. And so I feel like Liliana and Brooke, to me, developed some entitlement. The OGs kind of decided we came here first. We jumped out of plane. Okay. And I think she's going to have an attitude also. We just haven't seen it yet. But that Tyson is mine. Why are you talking to other people? You got us right here. Women get on this show. I feel like more women than I see this in men on these reality shows, and forget we're on a dating show. There are multiple women here basking for the attention of 1, 2, 3, a couple men. So in some ways, I'm like, yeah, you jumped out of plane. You risked your life. Maybe he should show you some more attention, a little bit more respect for that. But at the same time, I'm like, you're on a TV show with 15, 10 other women. So to have the claws come out so soon, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And so we get down to also Carlos taking Lexi, and I think her name is Janae. Is it Janae? I think I can't remember. We get down to Carlos taking out Lexi and Janae for goat yoga. Okay. Lexi is not here to be playing with no goats. She is here to elevate her career. Okay. She has a nasty attitude. And I feel like also she needs to learn some emotional regulation, some communication tools, and also how to be in an environment where you are not the center of attention. You're on a TV show. So we watch her not want to do not want to do the goat yoga. Not want to be on no farm. Okay. I didn't buy his Amazon wig to be on no goat farm and doing yoga. I came here to look pretty and get attention. So I see it coming, but I'm gonna wait for her. Now we get down, we're gonna skip on over and get down to elimination so we can get to episode 2 and talk to Lexi. We get down to elimination, and I believe it was 3 girls. Lexi, was it Lexi? Yeah, I think it was Lexi, Jenny, was it Liliana? But unfortunately, we see Jenny get eliminated. No, was it Jenny? Yeah, it was Jenny and this other girl. So I feel like this other girl did not have enough time. And I'm like, justice for her. Where's she at? Justice for Jasmine. Because I couldn't believe that Jasmine got eliminated. Thaddeus says she didn't show enough like aggressiveness is his word that we're going to talk about. Enough aggression to show like he wanted her to fight for him and get in there and elbow these other girls for my attention. Now that I'm thinking, he kind of got an ego. Okay. Justice for Jasmine, she did not have enough time, but Jenny lied. And I guess there just wasn't enough time for Jasmine, so she had to go. At the end of the episode, ladies move in. We get to episode 2. Okay. Now everyone's moving in together. The thing about this show that I really do like is taking people out of their elements and then putting them back together. make them live together, because you only really get to know somebody, I feel like, when you travel with them and when you live with them. Those are like the biggest, I think when you're getting to know someone and trying to figure out who they are, is like moving in with them, traveling with them, taking people out of their natural elements. And the men don't want the ladies to move in now. That's their man cave. But they move in, and I want to see how the women react to, and the men, being people who are cohabitating. Okay. Now, Janae is a standout. There's a part of me that she reminds me a little bit. I hate to say this, y'all, but I gotta keep it real. Just looking at this picture, nothing else, y'all. Not the personality, nothing. The picture is giving Rachel Dolezal. What's her name? Was it Doizel? Just the picture, y'all. Not the personality. Okay. It's just me, but the picture is kind of giving that. Okay. But she also seems like a woman who's grounded. She's grown up around celebrities. It doesn't really phase me, girl. Doesn't really phase me that you're a celebrity. That Carlos is a celebrity. I've grown up around that. Her father's, I believe, associated with Earth, Wind, and Fire as a musician. So she seems calm and collected, not really threatened by the other girls' actions. Now we see them do this basketball thing where they bring in new girls. Okay. And during this time, we start to see Lexi crash out. Okay. We start to see our girl Lexi. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Now, Lexi to me represents someone who, when you don't give them attention, they become vengeful, they act out, they have tantrums. Unfortunately, I do feel like Lexi has low emotional intelligence, that she did not know how to just communicate, hey, I'm here. I want some of your time. Carlos, let's talk. What's up? Like, can we have 5 minutes, 10? Can we possibly go on a date later? But instead of sitting with those emotions, learning how to just contain myself and not let my emotions get the best of me, I'm vengeful. I'm reactive. So reactive, you know what? I'm gonna dig up some dirt on Carlos and do my Googles. And so every time we see her, mm, mm, he over there with her, I'm standing right here. He see me, he needs to come up to me. But instead, girl, you went to your Googles and you decided to have a conversation with, was it Dr. Sharonda that she was having a conversation with? We're gonna get to Dr. Sharonda also. We have to learn how to sit with the things that are uncomfortable for us, to talk about it with the person that we have issues with, instead of going around the house and kind of sprinkling. And to say it was, you're saying with Dr. Sharonda and looking at her, but still looking over here like, she hear me, right? Janae, you hear me, right? Your man's was cheating. Did she hear that? Let me say it a little bit louder. Dr. Sharonda, did you know that Carlos cheated in his marriages? Yeah, girl, he was out there. Janae gotta hear that, right? You hear that, Janae? Self-sabotage for yourself, but then also to sabotage Carlos's potential matches because you're mad. You're mad, girl. And I wonder in people's relationships how, if they realize that when they are upset, they lash out. Hey, I see it a lot in the first 48. Okay. You was mad at somebody. You was mad at your baby daddy. So you call your new boo and his friends to go do a drive. You got in a fight at the club. You get your ass kicked. Let me call my boyfriend and his crew and follow these hoes home and light they car. Okay. But I think it doesn't come off as obvious like that. Trying to think it can be more punishing. Oh, you want to go out tonight? I'ma sabotage that because I want attention. Okay. I'm tired. I've been with these kids all day, but you want to go out? So instead of me communicating how I'm feeling, I'm going to sabotage you and start a fight. So you don't really want to go out no more. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I didn't like how she portrayed herself. You're supposed to be a mom too. Raising women. It's not a good look. Okay. Now, before we get to the end of that episode, I wanted to just tackle a little bit the whole conversation with Dr. Sharonda and Thaddeus. Now, Thaddeus, throughout these episodes, have used this word aggressive. You're just so aggressive. I think Thaddeus likes a woman who is spicy but submissive. Let me see if I can find her picture. Oh, we don't have to get into her too. Yeah, I guess they don't have her picture on here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, so Sawanda. Is it Sawanda? Sorry, I'm not trying to mispronounce your name now. No disrespect. But this is what emotional intelligence looks like. I'm feeling some kind of way. This word is making me feel in some kind of way. So let me have a conversation on the side with Thaddeus. Let me communicate what's going on because I'm interested in staying here. I'm interested in building a relationship. So let's talk about it. And so that's what she does. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now Thaddeus taking off his glasses. And I didn't like how he said, I can tell that word triggered you. That's where he lost me. Why was it necessary to use that statement? That word triggered you. I don't know. Maybe it's something in me, but I didn't like that. He could have said, I could tell that word brought up something in you. But sometimes, not saying Thaddeus, but I've heard men say, oh, that's your trigger. That triggers you. And it becomes a weaponized thing. So maybe that's why I don't like it. But I like the conversation of like, oh, let's talk about this. Let's sit down. Okay, she was emotional. It bothered her because Black women are always trying to fight you're aggressive. Your email was aggressive. She's just too aggressive for this promotion. Do we really want to work with her? Okay, let's give it to Sally. Sally the people pleaser, Sally the doormat, Sally who daddy just gave us a donation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad they had this conversation. They actually showed it on the show because it is something that we face everywhere. I even gotten your email it was a little bit aggressive, Denise. We want to just talk about it. And me rereading the email during my corporate days, read the email several times, like, where was the tone? Like, how is this aggressive? I don't get it. Okay, but you did, girl. You did good. Now let's move on over back to elimination. So elimination is coming up, and the girls come over. I think it was Liliana, Lexi. She was already gone. It was the other white girl, Brooke. And Carlos wants to pull Lexi and have a conversation with her, and she kind of already checked out. Brooke is also upset. How am I here at the elimination get together? Okay, how am I here? And so Even though her and Tyson have had, it seems like a brief DM thing, was it something more? Because she also, similar to Liliana, latched on very quickly and decides, you know what, I don't need this. I'm out of here. Packs up her shit and bounces. And I think Tyson wasn't really that into her because he didn't like try and really stop her too much. He didn't really chase her. Lexi also decides, you know what? Y'all bald, y'all old. I ain't got better. I'm gonna pack my suitcase and leave. And someone mentioned, I forgot who it was, said maybe they decide to self-eliminate to save face. It could have been that. Lexi knew she was gone, so I think with Lexi it was that. Brooke, I want to know you guys' opinion about why do you think Brooke decided to leave? Did she lean too heavy on the DM part, thinking, oh, because we knew each other, it's gonna be like this? Is it that she feel like she risked her life jumping out of a plane and I did all of that for you and I didn't get any attention? Is she entitled to that? But I think this show brings out the insecurities and different dynamics in women and men too. I was gonna say women. But we're gonna see some things. Okay. Now there was no elimination because the girls, two of them let themselves go. Okay, let themselves go. We get a new group of women. Oh, now it's OGs versus newbies. Okay, and the OGs are pretty threatened by the newbies. Should they be? At the end of the day, we all sign contracts to be on the show to try and get a man to fall in love with me. Not I didn't sign a contract one-on-one dates, just me and him for 8 episodes. No, I am in a group. Okay. And it shows you just how group dynamics play a role in bringing out different stuff that was in here that's not healed, insecurities, anxious attachment styles. You know, these shows love to um, give you a girl with an anxious attachment style and then link them with a man or partner who is fearful, avoiding, emotionally unavailable. Okay, that's a particular dynamic. But these are my thoughts on the first 2 episodes. Okay. Do you think any of these men will really find love? I think maybe Carlos, he's locked in on Janae. I already see that, kind of happening. Is it wrong that he locked in so soon? Is it that the women see him locking in so early with Janae that they think that Tyson and Thaddeus should also lock in that soon? But I'm gonna keep my eye on Carlos because I feel like he falls quickly. And that can be why those first 2 marriages also did not work. The first one, I'm gonna give it up to you were young. It could have been your high school sweetheart or somebody. The second one, I'm more curious about. Okay. But I'm looking at this from a therapist perspective, and I want to know you guys' thoughts. What do you see happening that I may have missed in these first 2 episodes? But I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit that like, you subscribe, join the channel, support me for $1. It's only $1, guys. Okay. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.